Ma- and, scan. Equal to. Let's write first the count because we need to read it afterwards, and then let's write all the values. A plus plus, and then we start writing each of the keys. Case okay. Not sure. I think. Yeah, I do have to cast this and cast directly. Okay. So we saved all of them. Let's do the same for the mouse buttons. Mouse buttons. I'm currently working on the input system because I was directly using the one coming from the OpenTK, which is a framework which I'm using to build the game, and I needed now some more control, so I'm just building up a small layer on top of it, and now I'm trying to work on the bindings maps. We'll be able to have a default map, and then the user player will be able to change the bindings and save them in their save folder. So we have here mouse buttons. Mouse buttons. Okay. Okay, now we just have to do the same that for the others. It's just tedious work. X. Input bindings, yep. Good. We also need here input binding data. Sorry, this must be the most boring part of the coding I'm doing now. But I need to create this new data file, include it in the engine pipeline. So we have the loading data for the non-production. So now in the debugging mode, we just load all data files. In production, we do not do that. We only load what we need on demand, and we load it from a binary assets package. And this is why I need to do this right now and make sure I'm not forgetting any of the things. Input binding data. Principle, there should not be so many of these containers, but so this should not get very long, hopefully. But for now it's quite fine. It's not too many steps to add one new. Just making sure we have access to it. We have a method for each. I do not use too much. You will see that there is not too much casting, and you could combine all these methods, right? And then if you would, I don't use classes mostly. It's most of it is data, is database, the engine, the way it's made, for many reasons, for efficiency, and then it's just much easier in the sense there's much more control, or at least that's what I think. But it of course implies more coding, which is fine. The good thing is that this is now it's very efficient. You can request these data files, and the moment they're loaded in during the runtime, the moment they are loaded, this ID is just a number. And as you can see here, I'm just only doing a quick check, but immediately, if it exists, let me finish this. If it does exist in the runtime, in the array where it is stored in the runtime, it just directly gives you this value. So there is no conversion, there is no casting. It is very fast, and that means that I can be getting data. You could even do this in a loop, which is not in principle needed, but it could not affect the performance. That's what I wanted when I designed all this system. And that, of course, comes from many years of doing things wrong. And I work mostly with Unity for many things, but I do not really like too much. I prefer to do it myself, and that's why I'm doing this right now. Okay, that should be done. So here I'm handling production is looking in the binary data, while the other one is just meant to be already loaded, so it's just going to give an error if it's not there. And in production we just load, and we then check if it's already loaded, it's loaded. If not, we just read in the binary file, and that's how it really works. We are not going to need this method right now, so we don't need to implement it. We can continue, and here, this is the last thing. Mistake here. Okay, input binding data and input bindings data. So we do have them here already. Oh, so there's someone in the chat. Just 1 second. Let me see if I can. Uh, 1 second. This is not for the Tabletop Fantasy War. It's another game I'm making now, which hope to make it smaller. It's going to do a 2D pixel art. It's going to be about it's a sort of base defense. That's my idea, but mixing the concept of chemistry to be able to create and build your base, and to use the chemistry to create to use your spells and your stuff to defend during the night. So I can run this. Let's see if you can see it. If there is no error, should yeah, that's something I'm missing here. 2080. Let's see. Oh yeah, it doesn't exist a file. Sorry, I need to create a file, of course. New file, input, bindings dot text, and let's make a quick one with just one ID 0, name something. I think this should already work. Yeah, so the the thing is that I've been making games quite for a long time, and to be honest, I've been a chemist for a while. That's what I studied in my early time, let's say. Then I shifted to a software developer. I had always this thinking of making a game about chemistry, which could be fun, no? Then I think you can see this, right? No, yeah, I'm not a streamer. So you sort of can collect molecules, as you can see here. Like you will have, there is a time system, so time is passing. So for example, the trees, of course, produce oxygen with the sunlight. You can collect oxygen here. And during the night, this stops popping up, so there is no more oxygen. So there is a time system which we are going to play with. There's some problems you see on the rendering. But yeah, so then you have sort of an inventory here down, and you can come to this sort of thing, which is the reactor. And then I'm trying to make this not super complicated, but I think it's fun also that people can just play around and see what can you do. So what can I mix and what I can produce with them. So if you do it something that makes sense properly, you're going to get uh, like the products of this reaction. And if you do it wrong, you're going to lose them. You're in principle going to have a book where you have your knowledge, and of course there are going to be a lot of hints and things. But yeah, so this one should work. So I got this stuff here, and yeah, so then the idea is that you can. This is something I was working now, the building. So you're gonna be able to also build things like this here, but still not working well. I need to. So it put it directly. But yeah, uh, yeah, slowly quite happy with the progress. I've been only 1 month with this. Okay, let's see if I can continue with this. Yeah, it is very complicated, but that's the thing. So I think it's always fun for players also to just play, to just have this feeling like, oh, chemistry has this nice thing of it's very unknown, or you can, and if you manage to get something without even knowing, it's like, oh wow, that's cool. But you also have to make it not super complicated, no? So I'm trying to get the basic concepts, but it's still giving some cool stuff, like you can do heat or UV light or electricity, so you can use different sources, and then you're kind of learning also, no, with that. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see. It also has some much more possibility of funding, because at least where I live, there is funding for games which has some educational part. So If I manage to get that, that could be actually nice. Okay, I was trying to make the bindings now, so this should be enough. Mouse and keys. Uh, so the idea is that the input system is going to load this and bind them. So we're going to create all this. And let's see if I can, yeah, okay. Here. Let's create input actions. Input binding data. I need all actually. I get all. How did I do this in the past? Yeah. Setting data. Just want to do this. Yeah, here. I need to do the same. Save. Max that account, and we need the input bindings. Input actions is going to be this. Are you also a programmer, developer, something related to games? Actions count. Yeah, we need this. The IDs are not can have voids. Input binding data. So we need to check if there is actually data or it's null. Well, null. Just checking if the ID makes sense or not. So we're going to check this, and in the binary data also, and here also. Oh, sorry. Input bindings data. Here is null. Boom. Get max data count. This has to be a uint and not that. Okay. Has input binding data. Otherwise, we get it. Input binding data. Binding data. Get input binding data. Input actions. No, that's not what we want to do now. We're going to do something else. Okay. Keys. Dot length. We're going to load all the bindings we have in. This is going to be the default bindings for the player, and then when we have the data, the saving, we're going to be able to load whatever the player has changed. It is local. So here we need to come to the input actions, sub y, and add a keyboard binding. If it exists, this is going to be binding data dot keys sub j. Okay. Okay. I sometimes like it more like this anyway. Load keyboard bindings, and let's load the mouse. And there will be also for There will be also for just right from engineering. I started working also a composer on whatever time I have left from work. Nice to know. I have some composer friends in the world of games. Game industry is quite volatile, quite quite a bit of a nightmare for everybody. But in terms of music, I think it's nice. It is very rewarding because you normally work as a freelancer in games and you kind of get even in big games you have a lot of weight on what happens because you just there are not like 10 composers, there's just one or two. So I think it's nice in games, but it's difficult to find jobs. Mouse buttons, let's do it like this. Okay, so I think this should be it. We load all the bindings, keyboard bindings, and the only thing we need is to get an update. Let's see here, because we need to update the input system. Do we need it here? Game instance. What is the game instance doing? Wait. Update input. This is. Oh, I was going to send it before or after. I don't know. Enable. Okay, I'm not. Okay, let's do it through the update system. Yeah. Private read-only update system. Okay. This update system. And we are going to make use of this update system dot add updatable. We want to do this in the update frame, and we want a new updatable which has this hash, and the action I want to do is private void update frame. It's going to do float delta time. Let's remove updatable. Frame. Okay. Sorry, the hash. Need anything else? Check this. This is okay. Yeah, input system. What we're going to do here is to go over all input actions, input actions count, and we are going to check each of them. And here is where we have to pass. Yeah, we need a game instance. We need a game instance. Game instance, yeah. Game instance. Instance. This dot game instance equal to instance. Okay, so the instance will give us, oh my god, game instance dot keyboard current keyboard state and game instance dot current mouse state. Okay, good. I think that's everything we need. So for this system, hope it works. We need now to game instance, so we need to create this system now here. It's going to be persistent. No, it should be persistent. I don't think player input should change. Subscribe and subscribe. Ooh. Well, let's just put it here for now. doesn't matter, to be honest, because when we load animation game time system, this is going to be also particles building player. Okay, let's put it here. Player input system. Player input system. System. Okay, no, this cannot be here. Okay, let's just put it here. Okay. Oh my god, what I'm doing. Okay. Yes. How long? I want to have a demo, a playable demo quite soon. If in a month, the state of the game is it's actually it's just a matter now of being what I want to test now is now I cannot play it, but I want to just have something which is playable for 5 minutes and have enough visual graphics to check if people would like this sort of game. And the idea of just harvesting molecules, as you can see there, and building stuff around. So I just made this wall. Can make. I'm just thinking on a couple of more things I want to make. You see how it feels, the building and the collecting things, and then the defending of the base. No, so that's the three big concepts. And of course, environment it will have an effect on the gameplay. But I want to keep it very to the point now. Maybe make a tiny trailer as soon as possible and get it there as quick as possible because that's has been always my mistake with all the previous games. It took me too long to get it there, and then yeah, then you already are so ahead that you want to continue or finish. And with tabletop, my previous game it didn't go really well. The selling, or it sold something, but not too much, and I mean the marketing went quite well, but the game was not what people were expecting. So I hope to not have the same problem again. 54. Here, there is a problem here. Ah, yeah, I see. Okay, let's just create it in all, even though there is none. This that input actions. Why is complaining all the time? This 57. Something is wrong here. 57. Ah, there are no keys, of course. Wait, I need to add something here. Input binding data. So I need keys and mouse buttons. Mouse buttons, keys. Let's add something. Keys. Let's make an array. And mouse buttons. Buttons. Also an array. Um, there is something missing also here. So this is an input binding. For what? For an action, no? We need to know for what. This is going to be input action type, action, okay? Then, yeah, I'm, sorry, I'm not reading all the time. I'm drawing the assets myself, because I did learn pixel art in the past, and all my previous games were in 3D, which I'm not good in 3D actually. I find it much more easy, the pixel art, because it's maybe more time, but it's more a mathematical thing. So pixels do, when something is wrong, you see it clearly, and then you realize one pixel is offset or whatever. And I learned how to do the shading and everything, and it's not that difficult. It actually looks quite okay, at least what I think. So yeah, that's I can do everything then. That's also something I wanted, because when I worked with other people in my more personal projects, which I hope this becomes enough to live of these personal projects. That could be what I would like. But when you have to rely on other people, it takes much longer. And if it's only music, what I need, because music is the only thing I will pay and hire someone to do it for me. But yeah, so if it's only that, then it's much easier. I can progress much faster, and I honestly like it much more. So 1 second, right? Action. And no, so the input type actions are basically what you can do on the game. No, like just I need to create all these ones. I'm doing a boring thing today. I don't know why I'm streaming, but so for example, inventory. Let's just be a bit more specific. No, no, inventory, building, building, open building, open inventory, har harvest, no, interact. Interact is called the one. So we can, okay, let's do the move left, move right, move down, move up. Let's try to get all these ones there. Let's do the movement, left, right, down, up. Keys. Yes. Where's the move left? Is the A. There are too many A's. 65. Okay. 65. This is going to have one. This is going to be move left. Then we're going to do the move right, which is the action number 1. And the move down and move up. Let's see if this works first, and then continue with the other things, of course. I think, I don't know, let me check. What did I do? Input action 0, 1, 2, 3. Down is 2, up is 3. Up is 3, down is 2, right is 1. Oh, I did well. And now the keys. Right is D, so 68. 68 is right. Down is S, 83. And W, what is the W? 87. Good. Okay, let's see if this works now. Let's see if this breaks. No, now it's fine. It's not complaining at least. Do, 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 do. Okay. What do I have in mind for the music and sound design? Yeah, I'm a very fan of all Square Enix and all these sort of old pixel art games, and this style is what I would really love. And also, this game should not be a very, I mean, it will have the moment of enemies coming towards you and defending, but I do not want to make it too stressful in that sense. I think people should focus more on building things and make it fun and just harvesting molecules and saying, oh, what can I do now with water or with oxygen or with this, which is the point of this. So if I manage to get music that can give all this vibe, that would be great. And then the sound, of course. I did sounds in the past with Audacity and hitting things in my house, like a glass and this stuff. But okay, let's now start using it. I don't know, player walking state here. We need it here. I need to use the system, private read-only player input system, player input system. Okay, we are going to get the system here. I think after here, player input system, we're going to get this. Yeah, here, player input system. Um, this dot player input system is equal to player input system. Okay, and now let's see if I manage to get this working. So in principle, when you enter, you should do you want to, oh, I forgot to do this. Oh, we need to give possibility to subscribe. Subscribe, then you use input subscriber. So who is subscribing and to what? To which action? Action, and to which event type. Okay, and then here what we do is for int equal to 0. No, that's not needed. Input actions, they are all using this index, so we can just do it like this. Am I right or not? Input actions. This is wrong here. I have to modify. This is not right. Here, yeah, they should be following this. So here, this binding, that was not here. That's so stupid what I did here. So what I need to do here is to input binding data. Yeah, so int input action index is going to be the input binding data dot action. Is this one? This is the action we want to bind, and the integer of this. Yeah, perfect. So this binding have is for this action, and then this is the, then we're going to bind as many keys or mouse buttons, whatever we need here. Okay, that should be okay now. And then here, when we subscribe to this, and when we're going to run the subscriber event type. Yeah, that's good. And then we can unsubscribe and subscribe. We could talk about it more. Yeah, but that's for more for later time. So for now, I'm still building a stuff. So if at any time I need music, I of course we can of course talk about it. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Okay, now we can do this, subscribe, and I think we can, every time I enter here, it's going to be a new class. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's okay. We can have it created if we want, but I don't think that matters too much. Private input subscriber. I don't think it's needed. This is just nah, that's not needed. We don't need to cache this. It's okay. Okay, we're going to subscribe, so I need to create a subscriber, which is this one, and it's going to be this, and the listener is going to be we want to subscribe to moving, no, move left, move. So we're going to have let's see how do we do this. Move up, this part, no, we're going to do different. This. Okay, we're going to try to interact. Okay, let's try this one. If it works, we need another, we need, but the action is going to be interact, and the event is going to be down. Yeah. And we need to subscribe. And and subscribe from this. Okay. Okay. Let's try this one then. Thanks. I don't remember. I think the F is the key I wanted. Key F70. Whoa. 70, and then we will try with mouse also. Oh yeah, 70. To subscribe, you mean in the player input system, the subscribe method I'm doing? Yeah, so that's basically for the input. You want to subscribe to what I'm doing here, just mainly subscribing to when the user is going to press the interact action, which is binded to maybe a key on the keyboard or a mouse button or whatever, and I want to read when it's down. No, it can be pressed down or released. No, that's the options. And then I'm just passing someone this class is subscribing to this, and when this happens, it's going to trigger this method here, and the input system just only checks anything that has subscribers. If there is no subscriber, then it doesn't check. And then when I exit, I unsubscribe always. So it's only it also prevents weird things happening, like there's not anymore until you enter this state, you do not subscribe, and then you subscribe. So if I, for example, press F and I enter this state after pressing F, since I was not subscribed, I'm not going to trigger directly the interact, which is what was happening to me before. So okay, so let's see if this works now. I'm going to remove this part. Error. Player control system. It's annoyed with me, the player control system. Player control system. Ah, because I'm not passing the player input system. I need the player input system after the entity index. Player input system. Here we're going to also pass the player input system, which can be here after the update. Player input system. And we need to fit this one. Player control after the update. Yeah, okay, now seems to be fine. Aha, I did nothing. Let's see what the problem is. 44, line 44, 69, 69, 81, events, subscribe, object necessary to reference. Did I not create this? Events. 012. How is this possible? I'm not creating it anywhere. Um, input actions. Okay, I see. Max keyboard, max subscribers. Okay, I need these three things. Let's go to the constants. Let's create here something like input. Oh yeah, here. This is going to be gone. So the only thing I need is max keyboard bindings, and let's say I don't know, 5 maximum. Why do you want more? Public const event max mouse bindings is going to be 3. That's way too much. I don't think we need so many. Why do you want so many bindings? Let's also here. That's 3 3. It's okay. And public const uint max input subscribers. Subscribers is going to be 5 3. Start with 3. And we have a problem here. We need now game settings dot max keyboard bindings, I think. Yeah, max keyboard bindings, game settings, max mouse bindings and game settings, max subscribers, max subscribers. Okay, good. Let's see now. It's again complaining. Why? Again, 81. 81. Why is still complaining? Events is created here. Input action event. I'm creating 1, 2, 3. Press down, release. Is it complaining of this one or? Input action is 81. Let's count events. Okay. Hmm. Ah, this is wrong. Is that no? This is actions. No, this was fine. No, this is fine. I input action type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9. So we are creating the 9 of them. Why I'm creating this? Oh, this is wrong. Max input bindings. No, this is to input bindings count. And why am I creating them again here? Oh my god, this is very bad. This was the reason why. This has to be a unsigned integer. And now, now, yeah, now this seems okay. Okay. Yes, now it's not complaining. That is good. So now let's see if I can interact. Yes, it works. Perfect. Good. Can harvest things. Okay, so seems to work, which is good. Player walking state. What was the problem I had? Let me fix first that one. Game building state. Let's do this one differently. So here we want to uh, confirm button, no? The confirm. Okay, let's then do input bindings. Input bindings, input action type. Open inventory. Let's do them in order then. Confirm and cancel. Should we have a generic one or? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's then 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. No. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is open inventory, and this is also 5, 6. Open buildings, building, cancel, and 8. This is going to be a confirm, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do think it's the same name, it's exactly the same ID. So we need to know now open inventory is the key Y. This is 73. Open building is B. 66. Cancel. We are going to have several bindings. I need the escape. If it is, what is escape? How is it called? Escape. Space, comma, minus, period, space, blue, equal, semicolon, escape, 256. Very long one. Okay, cancel is going to be this. Shall we do, no, that one not, and then confirm. Case, where is the confirm button? What did I have here? Game settings. Game settings. For a confirm, I had space 32. So we can have the same 32, but we do also have a mouse button left. So it's a 0. And let's see now if it works with 2. 0. That's good. Okay, so okay, if I go to player building game building state, we want to translate these ones here to the things. So we are going to have okay. Input. Let's just put it here. That's a long one. Private read-only player input system. Game data, player control. Here we do player input system, and here is this player input system is player input system. Okay, then when we enter, we want to be subscribing player input system dot subscribe new. Oh my god, this is too long. Using game engine apps, game engine dot this. Don't need it here. Okay, input action subscriber, and it's going to be this, and we are going to do some methods here. That's annoying. If I would have done this at the beginning, handle confirm action confirm button input confirm input clicky ban. Yeah, this pressed confirm input pressed event. Okay, that makes more sense. So when you press, we want to do these. Okay. Uh, escape pressed. This one is now needed also because now we handle both in one. So all this will be gone. Let's see if it's true that it works. Handle cancel confirm input pressed. And this is going to be confirm, and we want pressed. Let's see if this works. Input, so we're going to not forget to unsubscribe. Okay, this unsubscribe, okay. Oh my god, unsubscribe, okay. Let's try if this works now. We need to get it here. Read only player input system. Date player input system. I don't need it here. I don't need this. This here is not this. This is not needed. Don't need to cache. We can bring it directly here. I do believe it's here. Yeah. Player input system. Okay. And now the last thing is we need to inject it here. Good. Let's see. I need something. I think I need oxygen. Yes, and now work because it didn't trigger it. So now if I press, it doesn't work. The left button doesn't do anything. What is the other confirm? What key was entered? No, also doesn't work. See, is there any error thing? Info time pass. No. So in the game building state, I subscribe to this, which is the confirm. Confirm is number 8. Input bindings. We do have a number, I think number 8. Confirm action 8. Keys is supposed to be 32 and mouse button 0. At the space. Let's see if that works. No, the space also doesn't work. And this is the left. And then game building, when we are here, what I'm expecting to get from it when it is pressed, yeah, pressed, right? Pressed, pressed, pressed. I expect to do this, which should do this. And in principle, I'm subscribed to it and I'll confirm input, but this doesn't seem to work. It doesn't reach here. Info, subscribe. Let's just do the stupid one, which is this one. This is the stupid one. Subscribe, yeah, okay. So I do think I know what's happening. Well, it could be several things. One is that this If node has input binding data, continue. It's between the keys and the mouse in principle, adding mouse binding and adding keys binding to the same in input action index. When you come here, why? Oh wait, I think I know. Game building. Did I not change this? I know that I did it. So this is fine then. Okay. Um, hmm, update frame now. Check where input actions count. Input actions count are all these ones. Input actions count. Check. If there are no subscribers, what can happen is this. It's not counting the subscriber for some reason. Subscribe. Okay, let me see. Subscribed. Subscribed. I don't know. Sorry. Okay, this is in principle fine. Check keyboard. Check mouse. What I don't understand is why the keyboard game building, why the keyboard one doesn't work, because that's I would be more. Let's check if the event player input system. Oh, maybe I made a mistake there. Here. Let's see if we are actually binding this. Info dollar. Okay, binding this key to action, and then we can do e input action type action. Oh, I don't need to do this. I can just take this. Yeah, this binding. And let's do that. This is a mouse button. Oh no, it is already a mouse button. That's fine. Okay, let's run this. Where are we binding things? Binding here. Binding, add to action, move left, D to move right, this S, the interact, open, escape to cancel, space to confirm, and button 1 to confirm. That's all fine. Okay. Bindings work in principle fine. So this is fine. 876543210. Confirm. Okay. It's all fine. Why is not working? Update frame. What is the production type? It's 8. Is this update happening? Yeah, no. We enable, yeah. We subscribe. That should be fine. We are updating. Class. This hash. Okay. Game building state. Okay. Don't understand what's happening now. The inventory, the interact is working, but it's not logging anything now. Why is it not logging? Why is not logging anything this? Ah, oh, I've been doing this wrong. I thought it was doing something, but skip rest. Building, inventory game, cancel game. Ah, I mean, this is working because of this. Interact, interact. But player either state, player walking state. Yeah, this one. No, it's not doing anything. Of course you can interact. So while walking, it should not work. No, it doesn't work. Okay, this is not being called. Subscribe. This is the subscriber. Subscribe to this. The subscription worked. So this worked, but the check it does not work. when you check. Let me check that we are actually updating. Ah, this is not entering here. The scene 50. But this makes no sense. Why? Ah, but this is not entering here. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Ah, was this? Why is it not entering here? Uh, Let's see. Yes, now. Good. So now I can. So in principle, yes, it also aligns. So you see. Let's see. Check mouse through. Yeah. Okay. So it should work with both this and also. Oh yeah, this is the wrong one. Wait. Also with the space. Yeah. I see. The problem here now I have is that. In my entities, I do have the gizmos, the placer for the limestone wall, and it has the wrong tile. So it should be none. Yeah, I think it makes more sense. No, with all, right? 244, 244, let's say. 244, 244, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Is it someone watching or? Okay. Let's get something and you, yeah. Oh, I love it. Looks so cool. Yeah, but nice. So now, yes, it aligns well. We can place it here. We built our base. Let's see, like this. Super. Well, okay, I see the first problem. So this should be, you should be able to be at least, well, there's still nothing happening, like you're not spending anything, but let's then fix all the, going to not be able to leave. The shadows are terrible. I have to fix all the shadows. It's not well done. It's really not well done. I really don't like it, and it only works well for the characters, you see, but for the rest of the things is very bad. Though the rest works well, it's nice. Yeah. That's feels funny. Protect. Okay. Very happy with the result of this. I'm going to get a coffee. Let's then fix all the others, because here we do have more. Okay, this here can be gone. And we also have the cancel when it's pressed, so let's do the cancel. Here is going to be subscribe to handle cancel input input cancel is also pressed. We want to do the cancel and pressed. Okay, that sounds good. Let's let's unsubscribe from canceling. Pressed. Cancel. Cancel input. Cancel handle cancel input. And then we're going to do this. Why am I doing it like this? Wait. Handle. Okay. So what happens when you cancel? The cancel action would just change the state, no? Let's test that that works. Okay. Yes, it works. Perfect. Okay. So we can continue with this. All the input is changed here. Game navigation has also input. All these ones. Okay. Game building. Let's get these ones. Game navigation. Input. Okay. Private read-only player input system. It's player input system. It's a player input system. Okay. Get it here. So open inventory window. Input action. Subscriber core input. Input. This is pressed. Okay. Cancel key. Cancel. The cancel is always here. Okay. Okay. Cancel. 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 Okay. Subscribe. Yeah. Go. Okay. We don't need this anymore. Okay. Which is good. Good. navigation is done. We're going to be testing every one at a time. If something goes wrong, I want to be sure I catch it immediately. Player input system. So here we can check now that the navigation works. Open inventory. Yes, it works. Open the building or inventory and it works. Okay, this works. Oh, check. Oh, that's those checks. Let's remove this logging. Input action event. This these checks can go. Yeah. Player input system. Input system. Yeah. Think I'm going to add some music as background. Bit of music because I'm not that much of a talking person. Unless there is someone watching. Okay, let's do some relaxing music. Just a tiny bit. Not too loud. Don't even sure if I'm allowed of this. Okay, we can just do a bit of desktop music. Okay, let's continue with the input. Let's grab the cancel because this is the one we need. Well, let's just grab all. Let's move them to the rector. When we enter, we do subscribe to all this, but I want to subscribe to the input first. Okay. Okay. Input action. Why it doesn't do it automatically? Normally it does it automatically. Now not. Using game engine.core.input. Okay, this is now fine, but we only need to handle cancel key pressed. What happens when we cancel? Handle cancel button click event. Okay. Handle cancel. Let's do it properly. Pressed event. Okay. I think it's pressed, no? Pressed. Pressed. And then we are going to do it here. handle cancel pressed event, and we don't need this anymore. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's exit player input system dot unsubscribe. This user, I want to unsubscribe to the canceling and to the pressed event. Okay, good. That one is done now. We can move to the next one. Harvest source. Did I have any other input here? No. No, right? Cancel. No. So we can now move to the to this one. This one has something. Let's see, update, 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 update. No, there is no update. Okay, good. Game state system. Okay, yeah, I know. You need something from me. You need this system player input system, which is no problem. I give it to you. Player input system. And what I wanted to check now is the user interface system. I think this has also some click events, no? Aha, this one's handle click. But oh, this is going to be difficult. Confirm and confirm. But yes, it's the same. Okay, we can do it. But this one, I think we can do it differently. We don't need to subscribe like this because otherwise it's focus. We need to check if a button is okay. So that could be private void handle confirm confirm pressed event, and let's see if this works well. Private void cancel handle cancel pressed. No, cancel. No, cancel. No. It's only one confirm. Yeah. And then here we go to the following. So we don't have to check this in every. That's actually probably. That's actually. So we need this, and we need to check the following. We need to get rid of everything and say if it's empty, continue, and if it's not focused, continue also, no? Yeah. And otherwise, since you press the confirm button, you're going to do this. Yes, let's see. Get rid of this and this, and let's see if it works. And if it works, we can remove it. Where do we subscribe? Enable disable. When you enable, no. This is the whole time, so I think we can just pass it here. Update and say player input system. Yes, 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 let's keep it here. Private read only player input system. So, if someone is watching. Okay. Okay. So we are going to here subscribe to input. Okay, so we are going to do the following. Input input player input system dot subscribe, and we want to create a new we need a core input here using game engine dot core dot input. We want to create a new input action subscriber, which is this, and it has handle confirm pressed event. Okay, then here we are going to have a cancel option. This no confirm, and this is going to be pressed. Good. Okay, input action. Sorry, confirm. When we destroy this, then is when we are going to do the following. We are going to say player input system and subscribe this from confirm and from the event pressed. But since we don't know if this system is going to exist, we're going to check, because that's I still have to check what is going to be actually a persistent system or not. But yeah, but for now, it's making all non-persistent. That's going to be fine. Okay, let's try this out. If it allows me, I don't know. No, I do still need to put it here. Input system. Okay. Yeah. It's created already, no? Player input system. Yeah, it's the first one. Okay. Should be the input, right? Let's see if this works. Yes. Oh. What? Now it's happening as before. I thought that would be solved. This was not solved that. If it's not subscribed, why is it sending it? Because you subscribe afterward. It's the same. So I didn't fix the problem I had. I did not. What else do I have? Input. I have the difficult one now, which is control. I do have the player now. Player idle state. Okay. Let's do the input here. Input. Player input system. private read-only player input system. This distant player input system. Security player input system. Okay, okie dokie. Player input system dot subscribe. Let's see now. I like this, but for now I only have these different actions. I could have an action. But maybe makes sense for this option to have an action which is just move. And the move we can bind several ones. So input action type, we could have something called move. And we will actually use this one for the gamepad binding, because the gamepad binding will be one single and it will be like a floating point vector to one side or the other. So actually we need this one, so that's actually perfect because this is number 9, so I can do input bindings. No, and we can say that number 9, which is the move in general, no, this binding move is going to be action number 9, and this is going to have all these ones, so 65, 68, 68, and 83, 87, 83, 87, right? And sorry, but you are not supposed to be here. No buttons, no mouse buttons. Okay, okay, so then I can use this one here now. Subscribe to new input subscriber. Okay. Using game engine.core.input, and we do a new input action subscriber. This, oh, do we have a hash? No, we don't. No, yeah, that doesn't matter. This is this class, yes. Okay, then this is going to be more simple. Private void handle handle move pressed event, and right. If you move any, you want to just change to walking, which is great. Okay, yeah. So we want to use this, and this is going to be bind to action move, and down when it is down, not press. Okay, great. Let's get rid of this now, and let's exit. Oh, I didn't modify one thing important. This is now unsubscribe, but whoa, not all, only this part. Okay. But I forgot to do something, I think. If I go to the user interface system, this was working. So this is not needed anymore, which is good. Player control. Okay, we need here things like the player input system. Yeah, it's already there, which is good. I only need to pass the reference here. Player input system. Okay, and then the idle state. Let's just finish it. Let's do the interact also. This is the move, and then we do have the interact handle interact pressed event, and of course this is going to be interact boom pressed, not down, pressed. Okay, like it. I like it now. This is better. So now it's perfect because we can have multiple bindings. No, it will work for mouse, keyboard. You can have multiple keys. So that's the whole idea of this system. Uh, when we interact, handle interact, pressed event, and this is move down and not pressed. Move down, move down. And when you interact, yeah, we then need to change. Oh, we need to change this to this, and I need to find a way. This I don't like because, of course, states has an update, but not all states really need an update. No, that's some stupid call. So to be honest, maybe I will think about this because it could be done differently. That part could be done differently. Hi, hi there. Okay, let's see. Okay, this could be done better. This is going to be pressed, and this is the interact. Interact. Yeah, perfect. Interact. Okay, so that's fine now, and I'll move down. So what I could do for this update, because this comes from the state machine, right? So instead of that, the state has an update frame method. We could do that the state request to the statement. So the state, when created, can subscribe update. So we have updates here, update methods here, and the state subscribe that one, but no, it's not going to work because the states. Oh yeah, there are classes. It should work. So it then this update frame, it doesn't say states update frame because not all states need an update. Yeah, there are not that many states. It's just one call. This is a stupid optimization. That's no needed. That's really no needed. Yeah, that's no needed. Okay, yeah, because you can just move this outside and make it in the state machine has like states and the updates of each state per state, and if it doesn't have a update, it just doesn't call it. But yeah, okay, that's okay. That's a stupid thing here. Okay, let's see if now we can move from idle. Yes, it works. We can interact from idle. Yes. Woo! Ooh. It's good. I like it. Let's now go to the difficult one. But it's not that difficult now that I think. So we can do the following. Player walking a state. So this has to handle these. So if it happens in the same frame, yeah. Mm, maybe better here to read. Maybe it's better to read. Uh, yeah, and we need to know if it's key down. If it's down. Okay, So we need a way from here to read values and not only subscribe. So what I want to know is to, for example, has an option to say public uh, we need to read the value. We need to know public bool is input action in event event in is input action in event state in event type in event is input action in event, and then we do which action are we talking about, this action, and which event, sorry, uh, input event type. Huh? Why is so bad writing? Input event type, no? So what we want to check here is inside the input actions, which has an integer action dot, and here we need to get the thing, no? We need, sorry, like is in event is event is event in event state is in event state, right? Input event uh, event type event type. Okay, yeah. Then here what we need to check is from the events int event type. We need to return a boolean. Oh my god, what I'm doing? Yeah. Boolean bool bool. Okay, return something. Punto. We need to check, right? Subscribe, unsubscribe, check keyboard, check mouse. I cannot do the. I need to do both. Mm. I need to do all. So we need to check all. We need to do this check. But a different check. Okay. So we need to do a different check. So just like this. Sorry, it's not events counts, it's for one event. So we need only one. Check keyboard bindings and check the audio. So what we need to do is this, and I'm not making another method because here we have a loop. I don't really want to call more methods here. We are going to do integer event index is going to be equal to the integer of this event type, right? And then this is the event we want to check. Whoa. This can be y, 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 and y. And we need the states. I'm sorry. Keyboard state, mouse state, bam. Okay, is in event state. Yeah, okay. Is in event state. Check keyboard. Oh, what we are announcing. I don't want to announce. I don't want to announce it. Okay. Uh, Okay, we'll do here. We'll announce equal to true. No, announce. Okay, and then we do if no announce, you still want to return true. Let's just make it. It's just one level. Let's just make it this. I like it more. So let's do if announce. We are then going to do this. Okay. And this comment is just a stupid no. We don't have a space here. Let's do it like this. Yes, I like it. Okay. Boom. Boom. Let's make some space. Boom. Okay. So now here we are going to say that we do not want to announce anything and false. And if this is true, we are going to return true. Okay. True. Sorry. Sometimes writing 10,000 times the same. Okay. Which is going to be fine. And this is going to be fine. And this is going to be false. And yeah, that's how we're going to return this. And if none, then return false. And here we need to announce true and announce true. So now here we can say is in event state event type. Bam. Return this what keyboard? Oh, I don't have the keyboard. Keyboard. Game instance. Yeah, I have the game instance dot keyboard. Game instance dot mouse. Bam. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. I will need support for axis. If you want to get the value of a key, these values will be a boolean like a 0, 1, but the other ones will be a bit different. Yeah, let's do like that. Input in action state. Okay, let's try out this in the player walking, because here what we need is to, for example, say ski down. Player input system is input in action event state, and then what we are checking here. Okay, this is like this. Is input in action event state, and this event is move left. Okay, and the event state is down. Event type down. Okay, this is what I want here. Yeah, that's perfect. Then we do have the right key, right. Oh, right. What the fuck? Move right. Okay, and down and up. Okay, so now we moved it to here. On the last thing I need to know, no, it's this. This is I don't like. If we interacted, we already probably left this state, no, or not? Why would we enter here? We already interacted here. Sorry. I think they should not conflict. should not conflict, no? I don't know. Because last interacted entity, last overlapping entity. Okay, this is okay, I think. Let's try this out. Interact button, and then we check directly in the player input system. And we also want to be able to get the value, get the current access value. Oh, we will do that one another time. Let's just see if this works. I'm just curious if this works at all. Yes, I can move. Ooh, I can interact. I can use the reactor. I need another molecule. Okay. I cannot do this because this doesn't work. Why is this wrong? Let me see. Sprite. Fill open region and it is don't know why this one is wrong. Ah, I see. This is wrong. Okay. We can actually get rid of all these ones. Boom. They are not needed anymore. Feel safe. I still have the same problem. I do have a problem. Hmm. When we confirm the button, we do enter in this state immediately. We do subscribe. Oh, but then this is going to check. Wait, it's already checked, no? But it's checking here. And it goes one by one. How is this possible? So it inbox to all the listeners, but how is this even possible if I'm modifying this? No, this is dangerous. I'm unsubscribing already. Okay, let me check here. I think this is very dangerous. Announce to. We can look who is here. No subscribers sub e dot user get type. No, so then I can know who is the user. And for here the same. I find this super dangerous because how does this happen? Zoop. Okay. How does it look this there? Oh, okay. Announce to yeah, a lot of announcements I know. Let's take oxygen. So what happened if I press B? When you press, immediately in the same frame almost announce to user interface and announce to the game building state. I don't want you to announce it. And which subscriber is this? Why, no? And this happens because it's subscribed at the moment, I think. Here you will see. User this subscriber, no, subscriber dot user subscribed. Let's do this, and we do have use this one, and subscribed. Okay, and subscribe in my in capital letter, otherwise I don't realize. Let's see. Okay, let's put this here. Oh, and now what I do is I need to connect one. Okay, so we are here. When we press, we yeah, I see. So what we have is that the navigation is subscribed. Game building state, it's here. We announce to the user interface, sorry, we subscribe with the game building state, okay, and then we announce, we unsubscribe and subscribe and subscribe and subscribe, 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 and announce to this one. Why? If it's not subscribed, unsubscribe and subscribe. It is not subscribed. Right? This happens here. Well, maybe that subscription is not going well. It's supposed to be unsubscribed. 55. There is the last one. Why it's announcing to it? Let me see. What's going wrong here? So, no. This is my temporary one. Okay. So we get the last one. We change it for this one. And in this one, we set the temporary, the last one. And then we decrease by one. So it should not exist anymore. It should not exist anymore in the subscription. But it says that it's announcing it to there. Ah, I see. Uh, yeah. Okay. I think we need to do a change here. So we need to. Oh. We need to invert this. I think that will work. If we do like this instead, right? Because then we start from the end. If, yeah, that's what I didn't want. This. What I'm doing. Okay. That's what we can do, and that's why, yes, this should work. Now, let me see. I'm thinking because what happened here is that we unsubscribed, but yeah, this value here, we unsubscribed during the loop, while in the loop, sorry, and therefore, well, the problem of this, but that's maybe not the biggest problem. So the thing is that then it still reached the last one, and the last one was, of course, the one we unsubscribed. But now what can happen is that the last one will get the callback twice. Ooh. I don't know if that's good, because the player input, let's say, but then everything I'm subscribed, no? I don't know, let's try this. I'm not too, because the other option would be to just allow only one listener. Then, yeah, that's the other option, but that can be dangerous. Like when you click, you mainly just do the first listener, and you exit the loop, and then the next time it will get so one the last one, for example, who registered is the one who is going to get the input. Oh, sorry, this is not going to work now. Yes. Good. Yeah, cancel. Debug? What is debug? Debug, no. Debug. Okay, but that could be a bit safer in a sense. So now I'm a bit skeptical of this solution. It might work actually. Yeah, it works. It really works, but I'm a bit skeptical because twice, no? Is this complaining of something? Yeah, okay. The other option I thought was this. Okay, you just announced to one. But why would you have more than one subscriber for the same thing? But this is dangerous. I don't like this. But what is happening now is I'm changing the order. uh, uh, I'm changing the order. So the last one already did it. And I'm indeed changing the order. Uh, or if you only allow one, but it could be that the player and the game state want the same, right? I don't know. I don't really know. I don't want to not allow it because if two things are subscribed, they should get the event. But the danger here is even that if everything unsubscribes, I think here there is a very dangerous thing happening. If I, for example, in the game building a state, if I do not subscribe here, I'm pretty sure this will break. Or not, maybe. Not very sure. No, it does not break. It does not break. Yeah, but it's probably announcing to someone. Yeah, I see. There is one thing I'd like to do. Um, I'm thinking on a better solution for this. Yes, I'm not going to do the swapping. I'm going to do something different. So I'm going to have here a public static input action subscriber, which is going to be a null subscriber. And this is going to be a one which has a null user and a null listener. Okay, and then we're going to have something called public bool is null, which is going to is null. No, this is not going to work. I need to know if there are subscribers. Yeah, but I can know it if they are all null, then they are not. So let's change it like this. Is null, it means that user is equal to null, right? I still need the user. I still need to know what do I have to remove from here, right? So yeah, so this is okay. So now I can when you unsubscribe, instead of doing this, we are going to do it differently. We don't need the concept of last subscriber index then. This works different now. So here we need to do this a bit different now. The subscribers count is going to have to read and say for int equal to 0. It's not, yeah, but that's okay. I don't think this is too much. So you want to know if we just want to know if it's not null. If it's not null, then return true. We don't care on how much subscribers. We care on if has subscribers, and then this is going to return true the moment it finds a non-null one, which we just defined there. Okay, and here we're going to say otherwise return false. There are no subscribers, no? If all of them are null, and the null check is a very simple check, just this. I'm not so sure of this. But then when you unsubscribe, you just don't touch the order. You don't touch the order. Or you can still touch the order. Okay, let's do it differently. Let's not do this concept here. So this is going to be the same. Because I like more this. Let's do the same concept, okay? With the last one, okay? Something like this. And we're going to just use that concept here, okay? When we unsubscribe, we mm, no, I'm not sure of this. I'm not sure of this. If there are no subscribers, what? Why I'm moving it? I think this has to be with what I was doing. There is no other option because then what I do is this: is I say unsubscribe and here we just going to pass the null. So we are going to have a private input action subscriber, and we're going to have something called null subscriber. Okay, I'm going to stop the streaming. Thanks for watching, whoever